Dear readers, welcome to our message. The increase in chaos, confusion, and violence worldwide has much to do with dense three-dimensional energies surfacing at this time. There are some who live fully from three-dimensional consciousness that have kept their separation beliefs hidden from others, but as low-resonating energy surfaces as part of Earth's clearing process, they feel alignment with them and interpret this as permission to act on their beliefs. Many are also misinterpreting the energies of spiritual empowerment flowing to Earth at this time. The clearing process will occasionally force a deeply buried pocket of old energy to burst forth as some serious physical manifestation. This happens in situations where there has been a horrific, painful, or torture experience in a past life, an experience that the traumatized soul has shoved deeply within in order to never remember or re-experience, unaware that by doing so they are storing this old energy rather than ridding themselves of it. Do not attempt to fit spiritual truth into the three-dimensional belief system you are familiar with, because the ideas, beliefs, rules, and ways of three-dimensional spirituality are for the most part concepts. This has been the mistake of almost every organized religion, where the original founder was of a highly evolved state of consciousness and taught truth, but after he was gone, followers, who were not of the founder's same highly evolved consciousness, began to interpret, teach, and change the original message to fit their states of consciousness. This is why truth should never be organized. Three-dimensional programming continues to be promoted by the media, organized religion, governments, educators, and so-called experts of every field. Learn to be an observer. This does not mean you don't see or are unaware of world situations, but rather means that you silently and secretly translate outer appearances to their reality, that which underlies them. It does not mean you do not lend a helping hand when or where needed. Acknowledge the true nature of every person regardless of how spiritually unaware they may be. Allow appearances to unfold without trying to heal, change, or correct them, in the realization that they are mind-formed images, manifestations of a collective consciousness formed of duality, separation, and the belief in two powers. Being an observer is much like watching a movie. Divine consciousness is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent, infinitely expressing itself in, as, and through you and all life. Omniscience means that God is all-knowing, fully aware of all that is. When this is known, understood, accepted, and becomes a realized state of consciousness, it eliminates any need to beg, plead, or tell God what is needed. You may ask, if divine consciousness knows only the reality of itself, and therefore has no concepts or awareness of the dreams the three-dimensional world is dreaming, how can God possibly know what I need here on earth? This is how mind, which in reality is divine mind individualized, functions as an avenue of awareness interpreting one state of consciousness. Mind draws upon and translates a consciousness of omniscience as the forms a person needs and can relate to. The scientist may find the solution to a science problem suddenly in thought. A teacher without effort may find a new and better way of presenting some topic that she/he has been searching for. Original music will flow into the awareness of a musician, and a totally new inspiration comes to an artist. A person is guided to the perfect handyman, plumber, or electrician, etc., that he or she may need. Omnipresence means that God is everywhere, filling all space, because it is all space. It is all that is, and therefore nothing can, or ever has existed outside of divine consciousness. If you make your bed in hell, God will be there. There is no need to go to a spiritually dedicated building to find God, because God is wherever you are. God is on the battlefield, in the fire and flood, in churches and in prisons, in forests and oceans, in the sky, earth, and all space, but is largely unrecognized and experienced, because most humans, as of yet, are creating their world from beliefs of duality, separation, and powers other than the one. Omnipotence. God is the only power. Indeed, there are many things that claim to have power, and do have power in the three-dimensional world. The belief in powers other than God is idolatry, and holds a person in bondage to the effects of that which they are giving power to: people, things, money, governments, churches, weather, gurus, disease, etc., etc. God is the only and all power simply because God alone is. The world as you have come to understand it falsely believes that the totality of a person is their humanhood, the material sense of them that you see. Omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence constitute the essence and reality of every individual regardless of their level of spiritual awareness or actions. This doesn't mean there is not need for jails, counselors, doctors, etc. People can only hear and understand according to their state of consciousness, but help is available for all levels of awareness. Evolution is the process of waking out of a very long dream, sometimes pleasant, and sometimes a nightmare, of being a weak, helpless, victim of duality, separation, and two powers. The world is awakening. We are the Arcturian group. One who serves and Shoshanna, we come to assist Channel, James, and JoAnna McConnell. OWS. Greetings to you one who serves OWS. Here, Shoshanna is here with us and we are ready to assist you in whatever way that we can in answering your questions and being the guides that you are all meeting here at this time. For we have come, we, as the Ascended Ones and Shoshanna, and all of those that are guiding in this process, for you the group, but also those that resonate that are beyond this group, that resonate to these words, and resonate to what we are bringing forth here in terms of a level of training. A training for those of you that are in the Western culture here. Not the Eastern culture but the Western culture, and being able to assist you and take you forward more and more and more. That is what we are here to do. That is what we are here to be of service to all of you, just as when the time comes, and indeed it shall come, where you will be given the opportunity to do such as we are doing here, but not so much in a channeling type of situation, but in terms of being of service and being of assistance to those that are moving a little bit behind you, we will say at this point. So just be who you are. That is what you need to continue to be aware of. Be who you are, do not try to be anything more or less than who you are, just be, and you will find that you will be, and are on the road to ascension here. We are ready for your questions, if you have them. Member? Yes, I have a question, beloved one. For a while now, I felt very connected to the angels, almost like their family, and I've known especially the names of the archangels of the chakras for some time, and I kind of connect with them as I'm activating my chakras daily, and then I began to mix in the twin flames, cause I figured that anything that the one is involved in the other must be involved in too. Cause there are as one. So, I began that, and also kind of, mixing them in there, and getting to know them and whatnot. I became a little confused at one point, because Archangel Raffaele feels very close to me in some ways, and I thought his twin was Gaia, but then someone said no, she had another twin, and I'm talking about online or whatever, and then I thought, well maybe it's Sophia, because Gaia comes from Sophia, I believe it splits off from her, and then I thought maybe that's not right, because somebody said she had a different, then another one said, Mary. Okay, I understand Mary. I think thought is an aspect of probably one of those two. So I'm trying to figure out who is the twin of Raffaele. Is it one of those three, or am I on the wrong track completely? OWS. My dear sister, are you familiar with the terminology analysis is paralysis? Member? Yes, but I do want to know what to call this one when I connect to this one. OWS. Whatever you want, that matters not. Do not be so concerned about who is who, and what is what, and all of this. Just allow it to be, just allow for the message to come through. We say this many, many times, in many different ways, the message not the messenger. They do not care what you call them, you can call them anything you want, just don't call them, what is yours saying late for dinner, as we guess here, but do not be concerned about this. When you are concerned, it's so much about analyzing everything, then you are missing the message that is coming to you. Okay, so Shoshanna, do you have something to add here? Shoshanna. We do not. OWS. Very good. We apologize that we will not answer your question directly, for it does not need an answer at this point. You have the answer. Thank you. Member? So we just ask you this then, because you've often said that if we hit on something, as we remember it, and we're hitting on it, and we are able to come up with the answer ourselves, then you could confirm. So can you confirm that it's any one of those three? Is that possible? OWS. Again, we hesitate to do this for you. For you must trust in yourselves. If you trust in what we are saying, or anyone else is saying, then you are missing the message. You are missing the boat. As your saying goes, just allow it to be. Again, it does not matter who it is, what their name is, what you call them. They will answer to whatever you wish to call them. Shoshanna. Well, we wish to share. OWS. Very good, yes. Shoshanna. May we share with you, sister? Member. Yes, please, Shoshanna. Dear sister, we are so curious. Why you have asked this? What is the basis of your question? Member. Because I feel like it's family, and I feel like if I'm pinpointing, and I'm saying, okay, I'm calling Raffaele, and whoever, I just feel like it's family. I feel like I should know their name, and like Shoshanna's name, I know my higher self's name, but I don't know this one's name. So I just feel like it's just like I have intuited this, and so I feel like, okay, am I on the right track? And intuiting this, and using this, otherwise, it doesn't feel right to call her, for instance, Mary. That doesn't feel right. Feels somewhat right to call her Gaia, or South, Sophia. So I just want to know. Shoshanna. So, is there a point of so? Is this a desire to be polite? Member. Get it right. I mean, it's like, I don't want to be calling somebody by the wrong name, Shoshanna. So as one who serves has given, they really are not concerned about what you call them, because honestly in the world that they live in the higher vibrational environment that they live in, they are called by a vibration, they live and are bound by a vibration, you see, so their name is a vibration. We give them names because that is what we do in the third dimension. So they have a vibration name. So the other thing that we will give you is that the great Raffaele can whisper the name in your ear, if you choose. So, we would say to engage him, to ask him, the being, that is the Archangel Raffaele, to reveal his twin flame to you, and we might tell you that he may not, and then he may, and it is all based on, for these beings, in the need to know. It is based on what connection you must make to complete your journey, to complete your path, to complete your mission, what connections you must make. So ask the Great One. We call them Rafi here, but ask Rafi. Member. Okay, can I say something else then? Because I just realized it in what you're saying. So one of the reasons that got me on this track is because I go to this beautiful place called Three Sisters, and I volunteer to do gardening there, and then I've been felt very connected to Raffaele, even to having his pictures coming screen out of me when I've seen them in person, and like they just jump off the canvas. So then I saw, there's all this artistic expression going on, and it's all aligned with nature, and I got, oh my God, to me this looks like that Raffaele, and it's a loving thing, it's an intertwining. It feels like a twin flame thing. This feels to me like Raffaele and Gaia are twin flames, and this big expression is, this gorgeous expression is that, and that's what got me on that. Shoshanna. So, messages that you are given, understanding that you have within your heart, are generally the truth. So if you feel this deeply, just ask for confirmation within yourself and whisper into Raffaele's ear, and he will give you that confirmation. It is actually not ours to give you. See, OWS was skirting around the issue, but it is not his to give, you see, it's not mine to give. So we would ask that you ask. Go directly to the source as you are close to this one Raffaele, and he will give you the answer, and may already have. Challenge for each of you on this third dimensional plane is trusting your own guidance. Nam asked. Member. Okay, thank you. Member: I have a question. We were talking in our discussion about chemtrails and who was noticing chemtrails recently, and I was listening to a podcast, so from a channeler saying that if there are chemtrails any longer they're not harmful, that the galactic sensors have diffused them, and they might even be in some instances positive. Could you just tell us if chemtrails are still happening? If they are sometimes harmful, or if they're positive, or if they're neutral? Or what's happening with the chemtrails? OWS. We are finding that what you are calling chemtrails have shifted dramatically over the time here. In the past, they were utilized for nefarious purposes, but in many ways, because of money or lack of which, has been curtailed. Also, those that are opposing this have also helped to curtail this full operation. So, what is occurring now, if you're seeing, is the clearing of the skies, even though maybe one here or there you are experiencing. It is not to be concerned about at this point, because they have nothing behind them, at this point. Nothing that is what you would call the project for 2030, which was about the day population of the planet, and all of this. This has all been curtailed, so it cannot be any more here. So, no need to be concerned, but notice the beautiful blue skies that are appearing in many different places, where for the last 10 years, 20 years, or so has not been the case. So Shoshanna, do you have anything you add? Shoshanna: we agree. OWS: very good. We are ready for next question, if there is one. Member: and I just wanna add that now I can pray and hope that the same situation happens with the HAARP and the directed energy that is causing so much chaos on the planet. OWS: it is all, yes, it is already in the works, as you say here. Shoshanna: we will add here. May we add there, sister? Member: yes, sister. Shoshanna: the HAARP and the directed energy weapons that have been used to create this fiasco of weather is very purposeful, and yes, people will die, people will move on, there are events occurring, but it is needed, you see, it is needed for your country to rise up. And to raise up, you see, without these dire things happening. People will stay asleep. They will not notice what is going on. So, even though it seems so unjust and so catastrophic in many of your minds, what has occurred was required. Namaste. OWS: yes, it's all part of the greater plan. Member: yes, thank you so much, and I'm hearing that the warriors, and the people in North Carolina, and the Appalachians are fighting now against FEMA, and getting them off their property. So, it's a beautiful thing. OWS: is not only those that are fighting back, as you're saying. It is also those of the White Hat Alliance that have strongly come into the picture there, and are working together with those of the ones that are rising up. Member: thank you. OWS: would there be other questions here? Member: I have a quick quote, one follow-up question to that. OWS: yes. Member: along those lines, we've always said, right, this is, the way this chess game is going, is basically a mirror, that the dark side makes a move, we have a counter-moving piece, and what you just said, not necessarily a popular idea, that maybe sometimes the white hats, I don't know about why these things happened, but these things are required, for like you said, the plan to play out. One thing I did want to confirm is point of the real positives that I heard, especially in and around the Asheville, North Carolina area. Besides, I heard that was a fairly wicked town, because it was a Wiccan community, and there was a lot of bad folks there. So, to me that seems intentional. I've also noticed Disney World got flooded, and wondering if that is related to flooding the tunnels. And the one thing I heard that, and I'm not sure anybody has heard as well, is that they actually caught the #1 human trafficker in the world during this operation, in the Asheville area. And I just wanted to know if you can confirm that, or if there are other big positive wins that we got out of this seeming disaster. OWS: we can confirm the part about the tunnels and all of this that are being cleaned out, as you would say here, by the waters, by the weather, that is happening there. It is, in point, a counterpoint, as you were saying here again. A chess game, one side does their move and the other side does their move. But the side of the White Hat Alliance is far ahead of the other side. That is all we can say at this point. It is happening exactly as it needs to, in the time frame that it needs to occurs. So, just allow it to be. Notice again the illusion that is being brought out, to all to begin to see that indeed it is an illusion. More will become aware of that as days and weeks and even months go by. Member? Yeah, I see the massive exposure, and it's doing quite the job awakening people. So that's great. OWS. Yes, Shoshanna, do you have anything to add here? Shoshanna. We agree, and we believe that all that is happening is unfortunately a part of the plan to awaken the population. You see, when there is no light shining on the darkness, we are not aware of the darkness. So, what has happened here is, this major happening is shining a light on the evil of your organization, known as FEMA, as there were many who were asleep, that believed that this organization was for good, and it was all of the opposite of that. It is evil, you see. So the idea of the devastation that has occurred in these areas is just minor compared to the devastation of losing your freedom, you see. Member? Correct. Shoshanna. And unfortunately, some people gave their lives. They knew they would give their lives. They planned to do this from the very beginning. So that you could be free, you see. This is in many ways the reenactment of the beginning of your country, and your founding fathers predicted that you would once again have to fight for your freedom, and that is what is happening. So you must rejoice here, and understand that the evil that plagues this country, and the evil that has infiltrated the bounds of your entertainment industry is coming down. It is coming down so that we can praise God that your freedom is preserved. Nam asked, Member? Namaste, thank you so much. OWS. Very good. Are there any other further question? We take one more, that is, and we need to release channel. Member. Well, I just wanna add a little something to that might be another thing that's being exposed, that I heard that the ones that seeded that storm, because a multitude of different storms it was, went up to a Category 5 hurricane, and it also, this is the first one, Helen, and also it was tornadoes, it was windstorms, it was everything, so it was actually seeded by the dark forces, but they were using it because it was for the companies of BlackRock and Vanguard, which are all cabal and or run, and they wanted, what is it? They wanted the lithium and the quartz that are prevalent in North Carolina. OWS. Yes, what we ask, though, what is your question here? Member? My question is was that kind of a way to expose those companies? Are we gonna? OWS. Indeed, that is what is occurring. More are coming, and more the truth is coming out for those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. But we say again, more and more are having those eyes to see and ears to hear, because it is a waking up process here, and many are waking up to what has been occurring over even thousands of years here is finally coming to a conclusion. Just as Shoshanna gave with the founding fathers here of this country of United States for America predicted that this would occur at a time, and they placed the Second Amendment, that is being able to defend yourselves, to bear arms, that was put into place for this very reason. You are seeing that playing out here, right in front of your eyes. Shoshanna. We wish to add here, dear sister, may we add? Member? Sure. Yes. Shoshanna. So, what is happening here in your country is not so much exposing these companies, because we will tell you that the vast majority of your population does not even know the name. They don't even know who these companies are, or what they stand for, what the small contingent of patriots that are fighting this war on your behalf. They are stopping them from accessing more assets. So these companies that have amassed wealth by stealing are now being stopped from doing that, which will in turn diminish their power and make them irrelevant. So that is what is occurring. When we think about exposure, we will just tell you that most do not even know their name. Nam asked. OWS. Very good, we need to release channel. Shoshanna, do you have parting message here? Shoshanna. Well, we once again will reiterate, as we have said, as many as OWS has said and many before this have said, to trust the plan. It is difficult when there's devastation, when there is chaos, when there's fear, when things are happening that seem so unjust. It is difficult to trust, but we will tell you, as OWS has given, that all is going according to plan. So, trust it. Nam asked. OWS. Very good, we simply say, continue to be who you are, be the shining light that you came here to be. Shanti, peace be with you, be the one. Source: arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.